Reshma is a name that might not be universally known, but within certain circles, especially the fans of South Indian cinema, it resonates quite a bit. She is an actress prominent in the Malayalam film industry, which affectionately is referred to by fans as Mollywood. This term comes from a portmanteau of Malayalam, the language spoken in the Indian state of Kerala, and Hollywood, a nod to the film industry's reach and influence within this linguistic community. Her fame chiefly comes from the B-grade movie scene where she became rather a sensation during the late 1990s and early 2000s. If you've never dived into this corner of cinema, it's essentially a category which, for various reasons, isn't mainstream, often made on shoestring budgets and showcasing themes or styles not typical of the big blockbusters. However, this doesn't mean they lack popularity or cultural impact. Reshma's allure in her movies was partly due to her roles that often challenged the conservative status quo, whether that be through the depiction of strong female lead characters or even through the portrayal of taboo subjects. A quick search, and you'd find her credited in an array of projects with titles that float on the boundaries of what's deemed as classical cinema. Now, it's worth noting that Reshma isn't a unique name, and when you bring up the topic in discussions, it's important to note that there could be confusion with other actresses of similar name, unless you're specific about the context, especially if you're like me, living in Portland, Oregon, where South Indian cinema isn't part of the mainstream conversation. Reshma's appeal lies much in the eye of the specific beholder, resonating with audiences who favor the type of films she starred in. While her work may not have consistently garnered critical acclaim by the standards of more widespread cinematic metrics, in her domain, she's made quite the mark, becoming a part of the cultural tapestry that is the diverse world of Indian cinema. If you're looking to explore her work, you'll find a trail in the back alley corners of Mollywood collections and online streaming sites that specialize in South Indian cinema. It's a dive into a subculture within a subculture and an interesting window into a different facet of storytelling, one that many outside of its loyal fan base might not have encountered, but is just as vital and vibrant as any other.